more Atelier. Yay. Hello everyone. I didn't stream yesterday. Didn't really have time or energy to it. But I try to get where I can. As much as I can. When I'm in a better mood. The last 3 days, the 10 pools have been real shit to me. Very upsetting. Today I got 2 R recos, but I don't want R reco, I want SSR reco. And I haven't had a single SSR or anything but the minimum for the last 3 days. Since I got that reco SSR, I've just had 1 SR and 9 Rs. Which pisses me off, because I see streamers all the time. I was watching one just yesterday get 3, or was it 4 SRs and another SSR took a tire. Like, why do they get to have that and I get shit? It's very obnoxious. And I feel like the divide, I'm already like free to play. I'm already way behind. I have very few SSRs to speak of outside of the events and free to play stuff. The more I get shit on like that, the more the divide grows. Is that what they want? I feel like I am owed a lot in Uma. A lot. And I hope that I'm able to recoup my terrible luck. Luck's supposed to even out. It's all about buying opportunities. They always say, you know, the ones who are considered lucky are the ones that are more skilled to put themselves in positions to be lucky. Well, to be positioned in luck is to roll more, right? So if we continue extrapolating this down, I'm gonna roll more. I'm gonna have more carrots. I'm gonna have, you know, things. I'm doing things to help me get more carrots. Is that gonna be skillful so that I can get good luck? Or am I, like my entire life, always gonna be treated like subclass shit? So, not that happy. Sorry to say, I'm just not. Maybe I should be doing more openings on stream. But when I do openings on stream, you see what happens. Last time I did that, what did I get? I got fucking Air Shakur Wit. I got, you know, fucking winning ticket. Is it Guts? Or whatever it is. Garbage. You saw the tickets that I used when I was showing it off. I used 5 tickets for SSR guaranteed and got crap. Not a single good one. The best I got was 1, and it was 1 copy each, so no limit breaks on anything, which is also really bad. And the best I got was like 1 copy of Saiyan Sky's Stamina and Tamamo Cross Stamina. That's not even remotely close to the better cards that you would put in your deck. So imagine that over and over and over again with very little upside. Much less than pretty much every streamer I see opening God knows what. Fine motion here for Moo Cows. Now he's like 2 LB fine motion or 3 LB on a fine motion. You know, Sopralto getting fucking 4 SRs and SSR. All the streamers have way more luck than me. I just don't understand why I'm constantly treated like garbage. It's very annoying. I'm used to it, but I can never be fine with it. I'm expecting it, but I'm never fine with it. It's just, why does everything... I quit Shadowverse because I went for 2 fucking months or whatever, like the period of a whole set, month and a half, not seeing a single fucking legendary from the opening daily free packs that you can get from that game. Not one. And barely a gold. Like, this just happens to me. I am so unlucky. It is insane. And I mean, all you need to look at is my stream. Look at the people who are able to have a stream, and then mine who has nothing. 9 years. It's all reaffirmation of that I was always going to be dealt a bad hand. And I have to just try and make the most of a fucking terrible hand. At every point. Prove me wrong. I mean, I would love more games to, you know, look at the statistics. I've thought about this many times over. I would think about this. Of course, I would think about this because I'm so fucked over. That they should make systems whereby they can calculate and correlate, and they have the data to know what everybody has opened. And go, for starters, I want them to tell me, am I right in thinking how I feel, that I'm like in the bottom 10%, 20% of worst fucking luck imaginable? I want every game like this. I want them to have statistical data for the players to tell you, you are 20% lucky, as in you are in the top 20 percentile of luck. You have opened, according to your current account, like the archive. Have it in the archive. The archive also have relevant information. This will be more, I'm laying down the gauntlet here, as an idea. Fikra, which just sounds a lot like figure, which I think is where English got their word for figure, like figures and ideas like that, because fikra is Arabic for idea. But anyway, I'm telling you, Cygames and everyone else wanting to listen, please implement a system where anyone can look up history, their entire account length, or maybe the last month, or whatever it is, and the last 100 things that they've opened, the last 1,000 things that they've opened, and are able to say, look, you are in the bottom 10% of people who've opened. 90% of people who've opened 100 packs, rolls, whatever, have attained more value than you have. As a result, you will be rewarded a compensation package, not necessarily to overwrite the luck, because, I understand luck being a factor, but they're like a commiseration, that if you are in the lowest threshold, you get like a medium, maybe small-ish, like compensation package to say, hey buddy, cheer up, you don't have to feel like the world's against you at all times, even though it very much is. Here you go, here's the compensation. I'd love them to do that. And then the people who fucking think they're unlucky on the fucking website, or streamers that think they're unlucky and aren't, they have no excuse. They have nowhere to run. They have nowhere to hide. They have nothing to fucking complain about. You shut your fucking mouth, because if you open your mouth, let's see that data. Let's see that. I want that data imprinted in the goddamn game. Every game, Uma, Shadowverse, whatever. I want. If anyone is lucky as fuck and wants to complain, because everyone loves to complain. Everyone thinks they dealt a bad hand, even when they're not, which is so disgusting for those who really dealt bad hand, because then you're drowned out. It's just he said, she said. I want to kill that dead. I want actual, data, statistical data, that you can all pull up, and nobody can fucking bitch or moan unless they have good reason ever again. Nobody can lie about that ever again. And then the game is like, hey, at the end of the month, or maybe not even time-based, because it shouldn't be time-based. It should be open-based. It should be the amount that you've rolled-based. Some people won't roll in a month. Some people will. And based on how many last you've opened, everyone opens up to 100 packs. Or to qualify, you need to open this many packs. It can encourage people to open more packs, which I'm not trying to promote devious means for money, but I do think that is a fair way of going about it. And if you open 100 or whatever, then you get to qualify for the most recent raffle of unlucky sweepstakes, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And be like, if you're in the top 10, bottom 10% rather, then you get a medium-sized compensation package. If you're in the bottom 20%, you get a small compensation package. If you're bottom 40, you get a tiny compensation package. I would love that to be a thing, because then I could show you and be like, see, I'm not wrong. I also, if I'm wrong, I want to know if I'm wrong. I really do. I would love to have the data to say, you know what, you may feel bad about that, but actually look, you're not actually that lucky compared to the others. It's okay. I would love to know that. I would love to know that. That would make me feel better, because okay, well, fine. I'll hold my hands up. I'm more than happy to hold my hands up. But man, I am sick of being treated like shit in every fucking thing I do. I am sick of it, but you can't get away from it. And it's almost like people don't really want to get away from it because they don't implement systems like this. If they were like me, someone who actually wanted to get away from that kind of bullshit, they really were feeling sorely hard done by, they would endeavor. They would endeavor, especially based on this. They feel hard done by, and they give all sorts of free shit. And Cygames are very generous, and I've always promoted their generosity. But in aspects that aren't about this. In aspects that, honestly, most other companies don't even consider giving. The recent maintenance update that they gave full warning for. Everybody knew that there was a maintenance update that had all sorts of benefit, quality of life changes. This is good for the player. You know, we have access to new icons, we have a lot of quality of life speed up things. Great, the game has been improved, has been revamped. Afterwards, they gave us all a compensation of like, what was it, 1,500 carats or something? Something crazy. Because we had to wait, there was downtime. Now, how many companies give rewards for downtime? But that is not addressing bad luck. That is for everybody. That is for the luckiest fucking high rollers who always roll out of goddamn minds, as much as it is for someone like me at the bottom of the fucking barrel. That is not about luck. I want people, companies to implement these sort of reward systems, not necessarily reward systems. You're not trying to look to be unlucky. I don't want it to turn into, because there's a danger here. I don't want it to turn into like, oh, I'm trying to roll to be unlucky. No, it needs to be a compensation package and not a reward. It needs to be of that level. It needs to be smaller. Fine. Compensation package that can't necessarily match up to lucky. You still want the players to want to be lucky, not unlucky. But I want there to be compensation packages of a smaller amount to say, hey, I got fucked. Because I am getting fucked again. It's happening again. And it's what pushes people away. It would be beneficial for companies to do this. Because then instead of people who want to love a franchise feeling, fuck this, I'm out. This game gave me shit. They gave me nothing. I'm done. If you feel like they actually cared for you, they're actually like, you know what? Here. Have a pat on the back, you know, have a hug, whatever it may be. You know, a gesture of like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry for your loss. You know, I'm sorry that you got screwed. Here's a small compensation package to make up for that bullshit you just endured. I think a lot of people who would otherwise fucking quit a game would be like, you know what, this game cares for me. This game actually gives a damn whether I get screwed or not. I think it would actually help the company retain its player base. Instead of a lot of players feeling like, oh, nobody gives a fuck that I got screwed. I have to live with this now. Fuck this. You know, I think it would benefit the company for retaining player base. I think it would definitely benefit the players, especially the ones that deserve being compensated. And I think it would benefit shutting the mouths of people who pretend to be unlucky when they're not. I think it would be better, you know, beneficial all around. The only reason why people don't do it is if more people are actually lucky and they don't want things to be fixed. And they're only wanting to present an image of someone who wants things to be fixed without actually wanting to do it, as is so often happens in all walks of life, especially in politics. But all walks of life has that kind of thing where you want to build an image that you're actually a completely charlatan to. That happens all the time. It's insane. Like, the amount of, like, partnered streamers who call themselves small streamers, as an example, fuck off. You're partnered. You have an entire fucking audience. You have a community. You ain't fucking small. Shut the fuck up. You know? Like, small streamer my fucking ass. You know? Like, I want there to be more to really show up who is unlucky and who isn't. If I'm luckier than I think, let me address my perspective. Please help me psychologically redress and fix my perspective. If I'm wrong, let me know that so that I don't have to feel like the world's always fucking against me. That'd be great. I'm not against that. The people who are against it are the ones who are getting the fucking load off and still wanting to complain and pretend like they're not getting it. Anyway, ran over. We're back with more Atelier. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, we're doing more dungeon crawling and trying to find more ingredients and recipes. I thought I got a recipe only to find that it was not really what I was looking for. Anyway, let's see if we can progress the game, yeah? I hope you guys are doing well. I actually had a good day today. I know I just started with that, but I had a good day today. I'm willing to say when I have a good day. Perfect? No. But good, yes. I had a good day today. Why? Because I had a good Agricola game? where 2 people abandoned, but one of them abandoned basically because they didn't like how synergetic my build was, and I had a really good build. And then I played with the last player that stayed around along with me, because sometimes people bail, right? And we had a really fun game, and then I made a friend. I made 2 more friends, and that's a real win, you know. That's way more than a game win. Getting another friend is fantastic. So I have 3 friends in total on BGA, 2 of them from actually playing these Agricola games, and that's really nice. I'm really happy about that. That's awesome. So that was great. I had a really inspiring, interesting, I felt like I leveled up. Because I'm learning Terra Mystica as well. I played a game, it was my first Witches game. There you play all sorts of factions. If you like that kind of thing, it's almost like Weiss Schwarz, but, you know, not anime series. But if you like different factions, kind of like game style, game design, you know, you can play as like 12 different factions in this game. They all have different special abilities. And I played my first game as Witches, which was a faction that I always wanted to try out. They're really cool, and I think they're easier to learn the game with. This is a really difficult game to learn, and I think I understood more. I even managed to do really cool things like get the biggest network. Because if you know Ticket to Ride, I've said this before, I think Agricola and Terra Mystica are almost like the grandfathers, maybe not older, maybe younger, but in terms of complexity, difficulty, sophistication, and so on, the grandfathers of equally, respectively, Settlers of Catan and Ticket to Ride. Like, I see a lot of similarity between Terra Mystica and Ticket to Ride. You're both trying to build a chain of territory, and the longest chain wins some points, but it's not the only way to win points. That's very Ticket to Ride like. Like Ticket to Ride, you have certain cards, you want to match certain things up, specific things up. You have cult tracks in Terra Mystica. You're kind of matching stuff depending on what faction you have. Again, it's very Ticket to Ride, but 10,000 times more complicated and difficult. Whereas Agricola, its worker placement, is more like Settlers of Catan, but 10,000 times, maybe 5,000 times, because it's not as difficult as Terra Mystica. On Settlers Catan kind of basis, if you want to think like that. So if you like Settlers, or if you like Ticket to Ride, you're like, oh, I want one of these games, but a lot more like advanced. Those 2. I would seriously say, if one for that and the other for the other. I mean, if it's Ticket to Ride, go to Terra Mystica. If you're looking for Settlers Catan, go to Agricola. But, yeah. I feel like I'm learning it better. I got a better score than I normally do. And I was able to, like I say, get the longest track. I got 13 tiles across. So that was really fun. And I got the most, it was really rewarding. I got the most amazing score that I've ever had in team trials, which is a part of Yuma, if you know the team trials. I've been trying to improve my team trials. I usually, before, was only getting maybe, I was basically thinking that 300,000 is a good score for me. And I'm often not hitting the 300,000 threshold. And occasionally I'll get over it, but only just by a little. Today, with having improved some of my horses, I got 440,000. And with that, I'm in class 5, and I'm in the threshold of 10,000 places within the threshold. I don't know what that is. Why is there annoying noise? I don't know if it's for you as well. 10,000 points within the threshold of promotion to class 6. I've never been able to promote to class 6 before. And it would be amazing if I could hold it out. Obviously, you have to wait till the end of the week, so... But, I don't know, man. 440,000 when I was originally not getting more than 300,000 is a whopping, absolutely insane 150% increase progress to my team trials. So I'm really happy about that. And maybe if I can start getting to class 6 or oscillating between 5 and 6 instead of 4 and 5, you know, I can get more rewards. The first time you get promoted to class 6, you get 1,500 carats, so... I'm very excited about that. That's a whole 10 pool in itself, which I hopefully isn't another shitty bottom of the barrel 1SR garbage. But, you know, there have been good things today. There have been good things. And I want to, you know, like, say that because I'm not one of these people that just wants to portray everything as bad. But at the same time, I have been insanely unlucky in a lot of things, and I want those things addressed. So I genuinely want to have mechanics in the game, even if it's just... Fuck it. Even if there's no reward system to it, I would be happy. I'm not, you know, it's like the whole, what is that fable the two mothers that are claiming that this child is theirs. And there's this either king or whatever guy, and he's got the hold of the baby, and he's trying to figure out which one of these two mothers is genuine. And he threatens to kill the baby if they can't agree who will be the mother of it. And the genuine mother is like, please don't kill my child. Okay, fine. The other woman can have him as long as you don't hurt him. And then obviously the fake is like, whatever, yeah, sure, go kill him. And then the king is like, you don't care for that child enough for a mother to be. So he gives it to the one that was willing to let go of the child, because a real mother would care enough that the child doesn't die for being ownership or whatever. That's clearly the real mother. There's that fable. It's kind of like that. I see that a lot, because it's like, I would be happy even if there wasn't a reward. Just show who is lucky and who isn't, so that I can then think, look, here are my papers. Slam them on the desk. Why am I treated like this? I really want that. I want games to show who is the lucky fucker and who is not. Rather than, pretend it because everyone wants to pretend to be that, so that everyone drowns each other out. Because that's how you kill any genuine claim. Because there's only limited supply. If everyone is claiming, then nobody gets anywhere, right? So the ones who have, this is in every walk of life, welfare and everything else, will all claim. Oh, say we're in trouble. Or oh, say we're terrible. Oh, so sad, so bad. And then nobody gets helped. Because who do you decide who deserves the help? Who really needs the help? Who do you give that help to? You can't, it's he says, she says, she says. You know the phrase, he says, she says? It's just a fucking he says, she says situation. I want to kill that shit. I even if there isn't a consolation for being insanely unlucky, I want the stats proven. I get fucking sodomized and I want to tell the world about it. It's fucking bullshit. I had enough. But anyway. And if I'm luckier, I'm sure. Let me know. Let me feel some solace. Let me feel some, more positivity. I'd love to have more positivity. If I have a different perspective, to have fix my perspective to feel more positive about it, great. But I tell you, I'm not making it up. I'm getting shit. Other people getting fucking 4 SRs and a fucking SSR. I'm getting nothing. The divide is only getting bigger. How can I fucking compete? There's supposed to be champions. That means everyone's supposed to be able to compete. How the fuck am I going to compete if I get nothing and everybody gets fucking insane amounts? The fuck is this shit? Eventually, I'll just be drowned out because the divide gets bigger and bigger. Anyway. Yeah, no, I went back to my rant. Apologies. But I'm serious about it. I'm not just one of these fucking charlatans that pretends that they're unlucky when they're not. Anyway. What are we doing? What are you doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I should start with a dungeon crawl because it takes so fucking long. And I understand. Nobody likes hearing that shit. And it's just like, well, I'm sorry, but it's literally killing me. It's making my life worse. It's not just in the video game. I am lucky in other things. I'm insanely lucky in other things. The parents I have, the best parents you could ever fucking ask for. Insanely lucky in something that's incredibly serious. The living arrangement I have is remarkably lucky compared to some people. But, holy shit, am I sick of it with the other stuff. I didn't want to stop playing Shadowverse. But I had enough. I mean, I don't have the cards. I can't compete. Open pack after pack after pack, get fucking nothing? What am I supposed to do? And I really don't see that games are doing... They're very generous in some cases. Side games are very generous, but they're not doing it in the way that redeems those who are unlucky. That is not their target, and I want them to focus more on that. But, like, I would be happier if overall, I mean, I wouldn't want this, obviously, but if overall they gave, in total, less stuff for free, but if that stuff was more geared towards those who were unlucky. Like, even if it was a total aggregate of, like, you all getting as a whole, you know, player base less stuff, but overall that stuff is more focused around if you're 10% lowest percentage of, like, you know, rares, commons, uncommons, distribution, SSRs, SRs, Rs, distribution, whatever it may be. You know? I would be happy because then I'd feel more trusting of the game. I'd be like, okay, there's a proper, like walking a fucking high wire and having a proper net to catch you. They actually invested in a proper net, you know? They care about those who are getting shafted. Not just they care about everybody for having to have their time wasted. Alright, that's understandable, but that's arguably beyond the pale. No, they care about those who are getting fucking shafted through bad RNG. Specifically that. Anyway, I know I'm probably gonna go on that. I mean, I don't really have much else to say. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing this game. But, yeah. This is not one of those like we have to change. But maybe that then in that case we can do it now because I have acquired a lot more catalysts from last time. Let's see if I can do it. It drives me mad though. Because you hear them. I watch them. I enjoy watching their content. And then they're complaining. Like one guy is like, I discounted that I would be able to get perfect points in all the categories. And now you've given me perfect points. God damn you, game. Why did you give me perfect points? Fuck off. Why are you complaining that you made the mistake of not believing that you were a fucking luck sack? And then the game is like, nah, you get everything. And then when you get everything, that is what you're complaining about? Because you didn't think that you would get everything? Of course you get everything. You're a fucking luck sack. Like, there was one guy like, oh, I didn't believe in stamina enough. Damn the game for proving me wrong and not believing in stamina enough. That's the kind of complaint you hear. Like, what is that? I'm upset that I'm lucky? Fuck off! Are you kidding? That's the kind of shit. I think it's insane. How dare you? I'm sitting here watching your content. You're gonna complain about how lucky you are? Fuck you. Just absolutely fucking nuts. Or like, you know, some other fucker today got the most perfect Meisho Doto. Yeah? Absolutely insane. Got everything. Got all the fucking moves they could want. They were like, can I have groundwork? Yes. Can I have tail head high? Yes. Can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have this? Can I have that? Yes, 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 yes. At the end of the fucking thing, they get 1-star guts. And they're busy there going, oh, 1-star guts. Oh. Fuck off! Are you insane? You just got the most broken fucking horse ever. You're gonna talk to me about fucking 1-star guts? Fuck off! You know, like, it's just insane, these people. They're so goddamn lucky it's through their fucking ears, and they have no idea how to deal with it. They're still fucking complaining. What the hell? Oh my god, it pisses me off. Because when I got my amazing Medra Orion, I didn't go in going, fuck, it's only 1-star groundwork. By the way, if you want to see my Medra Orion and your friend on my Yuma, you can see it. It's my Loni horse. It's an amazing horse. It's beautiful. It's got 11 different sparks. It's got like 6 whites. And it's got a full groundwork package. You ever wanted groundwork? Literally, that horse is better than any fucking... I can't do this. Better than any card. It just gives you every fucking groundwork and let's pump some iron. Like that Megaron I have is amazing. I'm not going to sit there and fucking complain, oh, it only got 1-star fucking groundwork. It got groundwork, it got Pace Chaser Savvy, it got, you know... What's it? Right-handed, it got everything. It got fucking everything. The whole package. It's an amazing horse. I'm not gonna fucking tell you, wah, woe is me. I only got 1 star on fucking groundwork, and I like only 1 star on the Let's Pump Some Iron, whereas the Pace Chaser Savvy's 3-star. Hey, that's an insane horse. I'm not gonna complain about that. That's amazing. That's one of the few brilliant things that I got. But other people will be like, oh, wow. It wasn't as perfect, even more perfect than it already is. Wow. Like, fuck off. That's what a lot of people are like. It's disgusting. And I'm the bad guy because I'm complaining about other people's behavior. That behavior's fucking sickening. God. Anyway. Yeah. I've continued to talk about it. It's really been on my mind. And the more I get like 10 pull, 9 Rs, 1 SR, the more it's going to be on my goddamn mind. And that has happened 3 consecutive days now. Like this 100 pull might as well not fucking exist. Whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know what I can do here. There's a couple that are like color based, but I can't remember what they all are. Isn't one of them like this bomb or whatever? Or is that something else? I think it's something through the Asterisma, isn't it? Maybe it's here. Nah, it's the same thing. The Black Agujera, yeah. I just can't remember. It's only been like 2 days, but that's enough. I mean, I remember I have to go through everything again, don't I? And what's also really obnoxious in the general behavior of people is they will always try to claim that anytime they got something amazingly lucky, no matter how much luck they got, oh, they earned it. It's not like, actually, you know what, I just got real fucking lucky and I'll hold my hands up. Never that. It's always, oh, well, I deserve that. They're way crafty about like finding reasons, excuses to justify that it was their earning. But if it's bad luck, oh no, they had nothing to do with it. That's also infuriating. But also like, it's like hand in hand with the whole charlatan situation. Anyway. I can't get my mind off it, man. I really can't. Because I don't want to leave Uma. I love Uma. Uma's my favorite fucking IP this year. I want to have a long relationship with Uma. I love Uma. But you keep doing this to me. You keep fucking doing this to me. And I keep getting further and further distant apart because the luck I get is garbage and they getting like SSRs for their fucking ears. As a free-to-play player, you're going to make that gap increase because my luck is so shite. I'm not going to continue to be able to play Uma. I'm just not going to be able to do it because why would I even enter any competition? I can't make horses that are anywhere near good enough as anybody else because everybody else has all the amazing cards and I have nothing. Right? It literally will make the game unplayable if I continue to be this fucking unlucky. So I'm very worried about that because I love the game. I love Uma. I really want to have a long relationship with Uma. But I can't. Not if it's going to be like that. You know? I want to be able to feel like I'm going to be able to play this game And by that I mean play this game and feel competitive. To some degree. Not win every fucking thing. I don't expect to be the best. But like, feel like I have some bloody chance. And that's actually funny. That's also how we bonded in the Agricola game with the new friend I found. It was like he was talking about how, you know, he was really enjoying this game. I was really enjoying the game because I made a really cool synergy with some cards, and I was really happy with the way I played my game, which is why I did well and I won. But like, they were really happy because normally they have to play against some really sweaty people. Because yes, BGA is full of sweaty people. It's not got many people at all. Very few people in general play on BGA. Could do a lot more players. Which means that the players that tend to play are the ones that are willing to sit through waiting 10, 20 fucking minutes to find a game. Like, because they're that good, right? If you're willing to go to the lengths of, here's some Flash client, some fucking old ass web page that's been around for decades, and you're gonna sit down and play a game that's nothing like fucking whatever console you have. Right? These clearly are, just by definition of what they're doing, going to be incredibly sweaty players. And you do get really fucking sweaty players. And, you know, this guy was talking to me about, and I felt it too, like, oh man, normally I just get destroyed by people who are really sweaty and know how to monopolize the game. I'm like, man, I totally feel with you, but, you know, thankfully, you know, it was actually really sad because 2 of the players had left when everyone in the table we had was of equal skill level, judging by our ranking points. You know, it's like, oh, I finally managed to play a game with equal strength players, and 2 of them leave. And I was like, oh man, I'm sorry about that. But it's understandable, yeah. They basically threw in the towel. They realized that, you know, the synergies I had going were too strong to beat, so they didn't want to continue playing. So, you know, it was nice to bond over that. It was nice to bond over that. And now I've kind of lost my train of thought a little bit. But it was a really good experience. I had a really good day today. I want to be on record and say I had a really good day today. Because I feel like the more I can explicitly say when I have something good happen, it strengthens and emboldens when I say I got fucked. And it's funny using the term, the F word there, because it is a lot like someone like me, I guess, or even more so, who uses swear words all the time versus someone who uses a swear word when it's something really upsetting. Like, you kind of take it in differently, don't you? You're like, oh, well, this guy swears all the time, who cares? But this guy never swears. And he swears here. You know, I don't. I know that's a thing. People, well, it's the same thing here. I feel like if I'm just sitting complaining all the time, even when my luck is garbage a lot of the time, it's going to diminish the impact that I want to have when I say I'm getting sodomized. I'm getting terrible ass luck, and this is not okay. And I don't want that diminished. So, therefore, to compensate, I want to let you know when I have good luck. Because, you know, as if you know that I can appreciate when I'm lucky, then hopefully the message will get through a little bit better when I say I'm getting shit. You know, like, it's not like, oh, well, he always says he gets shit. It's just the same old thing. I don't want it to be like that. I want you to really know I am getting shit. I'm not happy about it. Now, do we have medicine? Poison. Fuck. So many, and we still don't have medicine. Plant, poison, sand, fuel, metal, crude, thread, lumber, magical, animal mat, ingot, golf, food, and no medicine. Really? That also is pretty damn unlucky, don't you think? If I've got that many different types and not one of them is medicine, which is what we need. That's pretty unlucky, I'd say. Like, if I only had 4 or 5 and the pool is about 20 or whatever, then you have 25%. It's not that big a deal. But look how many I have, like 10. And still no medicine? Like, that's a bit different. You know, I don't want to be negative Nancy either. But nothing happens. Nothing happens regardless. But certainly nothing happens if you're not going to at least voice. I would like games to... All games that have a gacha system especially, to have a distribution community-wide, country-wide, worldwide, whatever, based on luck. Based on who high-rolled, who didn't. I want there to be statistics, in-game statistics, and potentially compensation for that. I want that to be a thing. So that everyone can be very clear and up, and, you know, can't hide, can't, you know, lie about where they sit. And then they can be, you know, really told what's what. Are they delusional? Let me know if I'm delusional, please. In my assessment. Maybe I'm completely off base. Maybe I'm incredibly lucky. I did get an SSR Rico. One SSR after like 50 goddamn pulls. Yeah. I also got four you know, freestyle horses in 30,000 carats worth of 200 mana on Taishin. If that is really high luck, please let me know. I'd love to know. I'd love to not feel so screwed over. Where's the puny whip? I'd love to have a better perspective if I need one. But as far as I can tell, I'm getting dick. And that's the thing. I can only presume. And that's kind of what the real charlatans depend on. That lack of information. That lack of clarity. If it was clear who's getting screwed over and who isn't, nobody would be pretending. Oh yeah, I'm real unlucky. Yeah, sitting on 20 goddamn SRRs or something. Nobody can do that if it's up front and out in the open. Not being out in the open is a benefit to luck sacks. It really is. Or people who are charlatans and want to pretend like they're less lucky than they really are. Nobody who's actually lucky wants what I am advocating for. Because I'm genuinely unlucky. Or at least, you know, either that or delusional. But let it be known. Am I genuinely unlucky or delusional? I want to know. Oh, yeah. I'd love to know. Gunpowder, treason and plots. What is it? Gunpowder sand. This is already gunpowder. Ah! So yeah, it is just, where is it again? So I should have it here. If it is gunpowder, flame emperor dust. And I do have flame emperor dust. This. Blue. Now catalyst. Blue. Not blue, I want red. I have one red. No, yeah, I have one red. That's more. Puny missile. Honey bullet. Because nobody who knows that they're a luck sack and pretending not to be would advocate for that. It would just show them up and they wouldn't be able to lie anymore. You know? Why did it say the quantity? Why is it not mentioning the quantity? So weird. Which is also why, you know, like, I'm defending my case and, like, I am genuine when I say it, rather than people who aren't genuine and just say it because they want people to believe it. Because I'm not joking here. I really am. Otherwise, I wouldn't be advocating for it, you know? I wouldn't be advocating for clarity. Because that's a lot of things in life. There are people who are genuinely suffering, And then there are people who pretend to suffer so they can leech. And it's like, no, let it be known. Let's all be upfront about it, so nobody can just game whatever system it may be. I don't think gaming systems. Let's have more clarity, please. But then that doesn't happen. And then when it doesn't happen, you gotta ask yourself, the situation, the game developer, the arbitrator, are they on the side of the, you know, people who are gaming the system? Since they're not willing to do something that can help rat out the people who game whatever system, you gotta question if these things aren't being done to weed these people out. Does the system want people who are gaming it? You know? It's only an irrational thing to think if that's how things are gonna be. That goes for everything. Do it. Like if the system, the game developer in this case, wants this disparity that leads to more players leaving whatever game that they've made, that leads to them having less money. It definitely leads into them having less money, in my opinion, right? Because people leave because they're not happy with the situation. They're feeling like nobody gives a shit, and they're having to just lump it. They're more likely to leave, right? I'm sure you can all relate to the idea of leaving a game because you got treated poorly, and you don't feel like you were compensated. You don't feel like people gave a damn, and it's like, I have to just live with this and lump it. And it was too much for you, and you ran off. I sympathize with that entirely. Yeah, well, a system that doesn't reward and make it clear on who is doing that, you know, on who is lying, it actually doesn't have the data up front and compensates those who genuinely deserve compensation, is supporting. You don't feel like the game developer gives a shit. And that just makes it even more likely that you would leave. That's how I feel. I think a lot of people could benefit from feeling like their bad luck, their poor treatment was reciprocated. Well, not reciprocated, but, you know, had a little bit of a compassion about it, had a little bit of a, you know, I think it would go a long way to keeping those players still fighting, still having motivation to keep trying. And maybe they'll be the lucky one next time. Because at least, you know, when you're not alone in it. You know? That's just how I feel. And I'm messing around with a lot of these recipes, aren't I? Because I love Uma. Uma's amazing. Uma is absolutely my game of the year. I love Uma. I love everything about it. I love the anime. I even love the community. And I love the game and everything. It's brilliant. I spend so much time doing Uma. I love Uma. I don't want to fall out of love of Uma. And this needs to change, because I can easily see myself falling out of it. I've done so with other things. I'm not the only one. Even if the change was not substantial, but meaningful. As in, not like you get a huge package for losing, because then you're rewarding the ones who are losing, and then people all try to lose. That doesn't make sense. That would distort it. But at least there, a shoulder to cry on, you know, a tissue, metaphorically, to wipe your tears, going, well, you know, they gave me this consolation prize. That would make such a bloody difference, I feel. But what games do that? That needs to be a thing. That needs to be more a thing. That needs to be a thing, man. Especially when it's not even your fault. It's purely RNG. Like, if you lost because you screwed up and you made a bad decision, oh, that's on you to a degree. Now, that decision might have been difficult to make, but I'm not necessarily expecting the same level of compensation for that compared to something where it was not even remotely your fault. You did everything you could. You made the most of your opportunity, and then the opportunity just stunk. Completely different. I'm not asking to warp, you know, the purpose and the objectives that you give people. I'm not asking the world. I'm not asking losing to become winning. No. It needs to be appropriately measured. I mean, they appropriately have to measure 100 bloody things all the time. If game developers are used to anything, especially something as multi-mechanic and intricate as Uma, then the thing they know more than anything is how to balance. Balancing is very important in the game, whether you want to introduce a compensation consolatory factor or not. But doing so will help people not want to leave your goddamn game. Instead of being like, nobody gives a fuck, I'm on my own, screw this, I'm out. And I don't want that to be me about Uma. I love Uma. And I keep saying it, my god. I don't want to fall out of love with Uma. Yeah. Man, I don't know. Can we just do another dungeon? Because I'm not getting anywhere with these goddamn recipes. Manolite? Excuse me. Is the Manolite one another one where I needed a certain catalyst? Because that's what I'm literally looking to do. I'm trying to find the ones that needed the catalyst to work. Because those are the ones that I feel like I can do instead of things that I'm completely disappointed. Rat out the goddamn liars. Rat out the people who want to complain about the 10% things that went wrong when 90% was insane. Rat them goddamn out. Don't let them have a leg to stand on. Pretending like they're the rest when they're not. It's a different material, is it? Magical and stone. Huh? But this is magical, right? Yeah, this is magical. Yeah, it certainly is, because that's metal, and this one doesn't have metal, because they both share magical. So where are the asterisks in this? Because I definitely have some asterisks now. Where are my... There we go. Sure, I can make this again. I can make that. Alright. It's good I'm doing this. I should have done this a long time ago. Maybe this is what I needed. Because apparently I have Red Hot Crystal and I have Alice Bound? Or is that grayed out? That's grayed out, right? No, that's gotta be fucking grayed out. No, I have Red Hot Crystal though. That's definitely not grayed out. Where's the Black Egg Jar again? I'm on the right directory, right? Yeah, good. I'm happy to be wrong. In fact, I welcome it. Because then I can stop feeling so miserable. That'd be great. Like, oh look, I'm not completely screwed over as much as I thought I was. Alright. But, no, I feel like I'm being dicked. Absolutely dicked, and I'm not happy about it. Anyway, Red Hot Crystal. Where is it? This is the thing. Your sorting isn't in this game. It's so ass. Where is it? Oh, there it is. This one thing. There's only one of them? I don't like that. What if I sorted by entry number? Would that help? Would I have more? I have 4, thank God. See, now I know I have 3 copies of that, so now I can just get rid of that, and it's fine. And now I can get rid of that and get rid of that. There's the Alice Belt. Holy shit, this might actually open everything up. This might open everything up. Holy moly. And this is going to increase the quantity by any chance? No, but I don't care. Oh, this might open everything up. Because getting the Alice Belt is something I not only need to sell at the shop, potentially for a recipe, but also other recipes I already have want it, like literally the one below. So that's really big. Do I care to keep this one? Oh, really, right? Increases speed by 5, that's not very much. Boosts HP by 50 and restores 10 HP after defeating an enemy. That's really good. We have plenty of this. Why are there 2? Oh, because of course, yeah. One is the Alice Belt. Oh shit. Do I have the right catalyst for this? No, I do not. However, what I could do instead... What catalysts do I have? I have a couple here. That are blue. I don't think it's yellow to blue. I do. I have this. So then if I go here and I go catalyst, I can change blue. I don't know which one. Oh, I have 2 of this. Good. Flame of Origin. And now we unlock Flame of Origin. Oh my god, it's all coming together. Sick. And then the Flame of Origin might be something that we can copy as well. We'll use that as well. Alright. I basically have no money now. It's fine. I want to be playing, you know, Uma for years down the line. I want it to be an amazing thing I continue to enjoy. But another thing I really need is a career scoring calculator, because I swear to God, the amount of times I make an amazing horse, I have no idea what the career score is going to be, and it's either 8,600, can't be a run in a B-graded race, and then I make one that is like, okay, well, the last one was 8,600, it was 400 points more. This one has like pretty much the exact same amount of stats and skills. Shit, I'm gonna be busting this one too, and then I end up, you know, like, don't buy any more skills, don't win any more races, halt, trying to like drag race, and you know, like the last 100 meters, like in a Gran Turismo kind of like license simulator, you know, jam the brake as hard as possible so you can hold the line and not go over and burst your goddamn horse again, being over to 8,200 mark, and all of a sudden it ends up being 7,500. I'm like, how does that make this Agnes Tachyon I made won every race? She was amazing. I even won the Unity Cup, and by the way, although I've definitely failed the Unity Cup because it's shitty RNG bullcrap, can just fuck you no matter what you have, I've won on several occasions hard, by the way. Because they're always like, you know, Moo Cows and Cerero and everyone is like, don't go for all hard. Nah, bitch. It's just luck. I can just as easily win all hard as dying on the first race for nothing. Right? Like, it's complete up in the air shit. There's not, you know, beyond like the skill of knowing where to place everybody in your team, it's just fucking luck. Like, I have several instances where I won every single goddamn hard race, got the second, beat her easily, no problem. And then I have several instances where get screwed. Like, it's not like you gotta, there's no hard line of only do 3 out of 4 hards and 1 medium. Make sure you do 1 medium because it's very, very difficult to win. No, it's not. It's just as the same every time, and it's either you're lucky or you're not, as far as I'm concerned. Because I've done it many times both ways. I've failed because you just wanted to dick me over and say, ha, screw you. And I've also won many times. That's, you know, several times at least. More than once. Let's put it like that. 2, 3, 4 times. I've done it several times. And it only just started. It's like the first week of Alhara. It's only come out for a few days. There's nothing about that. If you made a good team and the game's not going to want to dick you, because that's the biggest problem here, and that can happen no matter what you do, you should be fine and would go all hards. You can easily go all hards, no problem. And I did with Agnes Tachyon. She won everything. I managed to stop her before the final Ura race. But she could have won everything. And it is me even putting her in fucking end closer, which she's at like F in. And she's still winning against Ogre Cap and Henry McKinnon and winning the qualifier and the semi and everything. She's just winning everything. It's just such a brilliantly well-made horse. Because I have some really cool setups, like, you know, groundwork and things like that. Active groundwork and just absolutely nuts. I even got head-to-head on her. Because I was lucky enough to roll that. Because I do get lucky in small doses, even though they're relatively insignificant compared to losing the horse entirely. Therefore, everything is gone. But whatever. And then she ends up being 7,500, and I'm like, what the hell is this? She won everything. And she has amazing stuff. I have to hold the brakes. You know, 2,800 is the limit on the total stat line usually. You know, and now she has like 3,000 plus stat line, you know, 700, 500, 500, 400 or something. And I was like, fucking, that's 2,800. But you know what I mean? Like, if it's 600 then instead of 400 or whatever, it's just 30,000 power stats. There's no way from my experience that this will be B anymore. It's B plus, hold the brakes. And then she's 7,500. I'm just, I cannot mathematically make any sense out of the career score. And I want to make B-grade horses, and the career score is nonsense. I just don't understand it. It's not about the skills, it's not about the races, it's not about the career projection, it's not about the wins, it's not about the stats, it's not... What is it about? So I really want, I mean, they just did a massive patch, so I don't expect anything soon, but I really need, because I want to keep losing horses, either too high or too low, not knowing where the hell they're going to end up. mid-career calculator on the score, on the career score. I need that. I need it like, okay, you're currently sitting at 8,000. You want to hold it now. You're currently sitting at 7,500. You want to win a couple more races, maybe, use a couple more training sessions, get a few more skills and hit it. And then when you're in the skills section screen, I want it to be able to say, if you buy this, and this skill, you'll get plus 350 points. If you only buy these two skills, you get 200 points. If you buy the gold skill instead, you'll actually get 300 points because it's worth a little bit more than your usual, Because, apparently, well, this is not career score based, I don't think. But apparently in terms of, power output, or whatever value is referring, because each skill is a little bit different, right? Some are navigation, some are power, some are particular stats, some are velocity, some are acceleration. Apparently, at least for one of them, a gold skill is plus 200 versus a white skill is plus 60. I think this is recovery for stamina? I'm not entirely sure. But it's something like that. Like they have information for that, I need a calculator telling me in the goddamn career for every single action that I take, how much is this going to affect my career score? What is my current career score? What will be my career score if I win this? What will be my career score if I buy this skill? What will be my career score, etc.? So that I don't have this craziness whereby one horse looks just as strong as the other. One got 7,500, it's way too low, whereas the other 600 points, I wanted to use that. I didn't know I could use that because this one is just exactly the same as 8,600 in his butt. There's just... I can't. So I'm throwing away amazing horses left and right because the score makes no goddamn sense. I want to hit the 8,100 mark to make a really good threshold B-grade horse. I want to be able to understand what the fuck is going on with the career score, and it makes no sense. And I'm just throwing more and more amazing horses into the dust, into the glue factory, because I can't make head or tail of how the... Why this horse is 1,000 points less than that one when they're just the same in terms of quality. I don't get it. So that's another thing I really need. I want them to cater more for unlucky people, and I need that fucking career score calculator. I need that. It doesn't make sense. I'm trying to make sense out of this fucking thing, and it makes no goddamn sense. It's infuriating. Because, there's some really cool horses I had. I had an amazing aptitude, mile, long, and pace horse. All three. 3 S's. 3! 8,400. It's dead. It's so sad. Because if I knew that buying this skill or winning this race was gonna kill it, then I wouldn't do that. But there's no way to know. It's ridiculous. It's I don't know. Trying to play Pontoon, yeah? Trying to play fucking Pontoon and you don't even know the value of your own cards. Imagine being at a blackjack table and having your cards permanently face down, you can't even see them. Who the fuck is gonna win that? How are you supposed to... Is it an 18? Is it a 5? Is it... I have no idea. Hey, what is this? That's what you're basically doing. You're blindfolded, pin a tail on a donkey, here. Shit, 6,000. Oh, whatever. Here. 9,500. Hey, what a... I love the game, but I need this career score calculator. I need a fucking in-game, mid-game career score calculator because it makes absolutely no goddamn sense. I don't understand it. I want to understand it, but it just hurts. Every single time you have an amazing horse, it dies because you can't fucking know where that bloody marker is. It's ridiculous. Because I'll be like, okay, well, use it as a measuring stick. Trying to figure it out. Oh, okay. So it's telling me have 2 less skills because, I bought 5 skills and it put it 200 points more. Maybe 3 skills less is 60 each or 70 each and 210 points less. Okay, fine. Or whatever. I'll do it next time. Oh, 500 points less. Yeah, what the fuck? And then the next one, 1,000 points more, even though it's the same amount of skills. Or whatever. It's like you just never, I can never make head or tail of it. Anyway, This is another thing. It's just like, I love the game a lot. I play it a lot. I make sure I use every fucking TP I can get. Right? I am using every TP. I'm not letting TP expend and expire at all. I'm doing that many, horse runs. And they're all dying. Even when they're great. Because I don't know where the fucking bar is. Because it's impossible. It's so sad. I need a fucking career score calculator. It doesn't make sense. I try to factor in everything I think that would make a difference. The amount of skills I have, whether they're single skills or gold skills. Gold skills, I would imagine, are double. And I don't know, they usually are double because they're in second tier on the first one. Maybe they're a little bit more than that, but because it's like special. But I look at them as 2 for 1. And with Aura, I kind of got a good hang of it. But sadly, it's seeming, though not always, because like I say, it's all over the place, that there's a lot of situations where I'm making a horse that's substantially stronger than I would make an Ura, and it getting a much lower score than I would expect. So basically what I'm saying is, this idea that I had that because it's bracketed, that the Ura horses would never die in B grade as long as you make them B grade because there's a limit. No. This entire thing changes. The goalposts completely change. 7,500 in Ura is like a B grade horse or whatever, is kind of ass. It's like 500, 400 average or whatever, just hypothetically. But in Unity, it's 700 average. So now, even the B grade horses are expired. Because what it means to be 8,000 or 7,500 or whatever it is completely different. It's not like it's the same weight. They don't have the same weight. The value of a horse, pound for pound, in Unity is like, way less, I guess? If that makes sense, because you can get way more for your buck, for your mileage, for your career score mileage, than you can in Ura. So basically, it expires the value of the Ura horses as well, even in B grade. Because it's an 8,000 horse trained in Unity versus an 8,000 career score horse trained in Ura is way better. Because you get way more out of it. But not always, because sometimes when you do it, it's 9,000. It's like, what the fuck? And the other one is only 7,000. This one's like 9,000, and they're the same. What's different? Sort of thing, right? So it's just so fucking weird. You need to give me a calculator. Because I'm trying to understand it. It makes no sense. No sense. And no, I don't mean, there are websites so you can plug in your... Nah, fuck that shit. Put it in the game. It is a good thing to have in the game. The game has already tried to implement a lot of quality of life. This is something that would really fucking significantly impact my, personally, quality of life. And anyone want to make B grade, which, there's a plenty B grade contestants, right? There's plenty people who run the B grade, open grade, tournament. It's not O and A, right? There's a whole bunch of races. So all these people could benefit from having this calculator. So it's quality of life that should be in the game. Fuck some third-party website that can tell you X or Y. There's third-party websites that tell you what events do. Guess what they added today? It was today. A way of knowing what every event does, which is amazing quality of life. That was needed to be implemented into the game. Yeah, just like a career score calculator would be. Like, it being like, there's some random bootleg ass, website that you can go to and get the data from is not an excuse to not have it in your goddamn game. They know it, which is why they've already implemented things that you could get from the third-party website, like what each... Because that's what people were doing. Even when streams, you would watch them, and it'd be like, because you'd often get random-ass card events that you've never ever seen before, that you don't even own the card. I've had Gold City events, one that gives you 20 energy, I remember, but I forget what. But anyway, it's like in the classroom, in the dorms, in the like the closet, in the corridors, and just like Gold City event. And I don't even own a Gold City fucking card, right? And I certainly don't own the horse. And you just get it randomly, like you get it all the time. And then you're like, well, I have no idea what each would do. I would like, you know, just try to deduce and guess what each one might mean. This one sounds like it's more about nutrition, so probably energy. This one sounds like it's acuity or something, like the fucking virtual visual acuity thing with Agnus Tachyon. That's for speed. You know, and try to guess what each one mean by the phrase that they give you. But there are lots of people that would be just like, oh, well, what is this one? Okay, top option is this, bottom option is that. And they just look it up. That's what people were doing in Global until today, where they don't need to do that anymore. Well then, if that's something that they did using third-party websites, telling me, oh, they don't need to do that, no, it's a third-party website, it's fucking bollocks, and I don't want to hear it. Because it's the same thing. Just like, you know, that has been implemented, they should implement the goddamn career score calculator as well. I don't want to have to sit there and type every goddamn race that she played in, what position she finished, what thing. There's 100 different factors that could go into this. Every single stat, every single thing, every single decision I made in the whole like hour that I spent playing this run. Put it in the goddamn game. Put a goddamn career score calculator in the goddamn game. And let me know exactly when I'm on the skill page. This skill, 200 points, 300 points, 400 points. You're 400 points from cap. Don't buy more than this. Okay, fine, I'll do that. Do that! Please, please, for the love of God, before I lose my fucking sanity over how many horses I've lost. Please do that! Anyway. Because it's so sad. Like, it's triple fucking S class. I mean, how often am I gonna get that? Am I ever gonna get another S grade, long mile and pace, insane Megarion that I had and then it dies? Because I have no idea where the fucking marker is? You know? Am I ever gonna get that again? Probably not. It needs to be something that's in the game. It needs to be in the game. As much as it's amazing what they've done, let them do more and let them do that, because that is needed. So what is this thing? Magical gemstone. Okay. Do I have magical gemstones? Plant, poison sand, fuel, metal, blah blah blah. Magical gemstones. There it is. NA. Not applicable. Looks like one of those jet fighter things. The max speed. You know the ones. Airship things that are supposed to be that shape and color so that they can't be detected by radar and all that crap. You know that kind of thing. That's what that looks like. Tensai Janai? I don't know what Tensai Janai is. What about 9 Sai Janai? Ultra Explosion. Deals fire damage to an enemy. Reduces target defense by 16%. That is pretty nice. I already used Black Water or whatever that was called. That's like a super version of that. I don't have money. I have to go back to... So I love that they've been making quality of life, but now that they show that they do updates that make quality of life, bloody well, I need this stuff. There's no excuse. Put that stuff in the game. You know that if there's a third-party website, that's not a valid excuse to not have it in the game. You know that, because that's why you made this update. Okay, since you know that that is how things should be, then, you know, fix it. You know? Because I'm waiting on that. I need that. I need that career score calculator, goddamn. I need that career score calculator. I need it. Stop letting me lose horses on pin the tail on a donkey in the dark fucking room that you don't know where the bloody marker is. Let me actually know where the goddamn marker is so I don't lose so much. You still have to make decisions. You still have to be strategic. Because, you know, like, there's a range maybe, or whatever it may be. Like, first gets you this much, but second may give you this much, and you're only one to get first or second, and, you know, there's still decisions to be made. It's not like you're going to run out of decisions. But at least those decisions will be informed, right? Instead of, too bad, so sad, you thought you needed more, or you thought you needed less, and actually you're 500 off one way or the other. Because that is happening so often for me, and I just don't get it, and it sucks. I love making B grade, and I think more people could love making B grade if you made changes like that. B grade's fun. Like I say, it's very much like the whole drag race type deal. Gran Turismo. Accelerate the car, accelerate the car, accelerate the car. Here comes 100 meters, or 100 whatever. Not meters necessarily, but I don't know how long those, you know, challenges are. Stop the car around 80 so that the car brakes and grinds to a halt at around 95 to 100 so you land within that checkered mark. If you play Gran Turismo, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's very much like that. But unfortunately, instead of being able to see the car, know its torque, know the power of it, know what speed you're running at, knowing all these things, imagine just doing that blindfolded and you know nothing. No fucking driver's gonna do that. What is this rubbish? That's what it's like to run a B-grade horse when you don't have a career score calculator. Like, yeah, I'm gonna accelerate, brake now? Ah, shit, I'm over into the water. I better get out. I mean, you know, the car ran over the track and ran onto the beach or whatever. Because you can't see! You can't fucking see where you're going. You don't know where the bloody marker is. It's always different every time. That needs to be in the game. That must be in the game. Because that would make it a lot more fun, you know? You'd be like, alright, well, oh shit, now I have a puzzle, because I want this skill, but if I get this skill, I can't do this race, or I want these two skills, but I can only pick one, or whatever it may be. There would be different, like, more interesting dilemmas that you'd have to kind of solve and negotiate. So, how do I want to get these last remaining points? Do I want to win this next career objective, or do I want to try and halt before it? It'd still have these calculations, but they'd be informed, so you could actually enjoy it rather than, you know? Oh, what's it gonna be today? 7,000 or 9,000? How am I supposed to fucking know? Obviously, I'm hyperbolizing, but even 1 point. I've had fucking horses die literally because they finished 8,205 points. Too bad, so sad, ineligible, it's dead. If you hit 8,200 and any more, B+. No longer B. Can't run it. It's dead. So yeah, I am hyperbolizing 1,000 here, 1,000 there. But there are some cases where it's 500 and 600. And there are other cases where it's not. There are many cases where you just don't fucking know where the line is and have no way of knowing until it's too late. That's a problem. Because I love the game. I love the calculations. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Which one's going to be better here, there. I love all that. But let me do that by actually knowing what I'm doing rather than pin the tail on the donkey nonsense. It's not going to become less strategic. If anything, it's going to become more strategic. If you have the information that you need. Because that's the thing. It's like, oh, we don't want to, handhold the player, or whatever bullshit excuse you want for not putting it in. No, that's not real. You're going to give the player more agency, not less. I'm not telling you make the horse for them. Which they actually have that kind of mechanic in Japanese version, by the way. I'm not saying that. I'm saying let me have the information, so I have to make the calculations and strategize with the information in hand. Not just blind fucking potluck. Did you get 8,100 or when you bust? I'm not advocating for removing agency from the game. I'm advocating for adding it. You know? I don't know if it wants to be this one. Might want it later. Shopping. See? Prime Origin. Access new items in stock. Balter Ironworks. Maybe that's a recipe book that allows us to start being able to do more things. And of course the Alizot's also here, but it doesn't give you anything. It wants Warding Incense. Do I have that? I also have Fun Parfum. It wants all this shit, but like, I mean... Wants the pendant again. Some of this other stuff. I want to be able to do the ones that he has the chest on it, so it gives me a special reward so that I can hopefully get more recipes and unlock everything else. I'll have a look and see if I have anything here. It's kind of difficult to remember those things. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I have here. Wyvern egg, dragon egg. Well, we can puny jelly here. We can Alice Velt here. I skipped it. So puny jelly over here. What? Should move that one. Ah, in which case. Man, I keep forgetting. It's the Hellfine pendant, correct? No, it's the insect. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. Shove it up my ass. I don't know what I'm supposed to have. Need to go back to the drawing board, aka this here. We're selling this, we're selling this. Selling this. I'll find parfum. Yeah, the Undying Sigh, huh? I almost have the Undying. Almost certainly have the Undying Sigh already. Copy. Undying Sigh. Green Flask of Weirdness. Over here. Perfect. So if I put these two over here, I wish I could, like, you know, drag and drop this to drag over here. Instead I have to do it this awkward way, but it's fine. Where is the pendant? Codependent. Instead of, yeah, it's dependent. So yeah, an hour and a half talking about various things, especially Uma. Mostly Uma. If you're wondering what I'm doing when I'm not streaming, it's being upset that I lost my horse. That's what I'm doing. Stupid nonsense that doesn't help me when I need it to help me. Most of this stuff I don't have. Don't have. Can get. Don't have, can, and do have. Do have, don't have, don't have, don't have. So there's really not much that I can do left. However, I do now have Alice Veld. What wanted it? Because I don't remember. Yay! Going through all this again. And this piece of shit, but I don't have medicinals, that's not gonna help. And apparently I'm supposed to be able to know where every freebies I have his, but I bloody well don't. Unless I'm supposed to be able to buy it from someone, which again, I didn't find anyone able to show me that either. Apparently I'm supposed to be able to do that, but I don't know about this. I think this is not even necessarily a material, but rather a product that I'm supposed to be able to make. I do have this, don't I? But in order to do this, I'm gonna need to use fucking dragon eyes and other eyes and shite. I really don't want to use that stuff. And to go through here, I'd still need a dragon eye, because the dragon eyes needed to craft this to then move straight into that. It'd be easier because it doesn't make me use any of the other stuff that's also very rare. As you can see there, 2442. It only uses one of the two out of one to get to this from here instead of here. But you know, because it's still not enough, and I don't want to use a 2 out of 1. But maybe I should. I don't know. But I do need to grind more dungeons or stuff. Or catalysts. I don't know about this marbled meat or this charities. I don't know whether they're products or resources. And then this is one of the reasons why I need more catalysts. This is the bird dress that we can make. So where is Wood Sprite Raymond? It's so sad, man. It's so sad. I have so many amazing horses that are all dead. Oh, why are they dead? I know why. Let's explain how important it is. But, god damn it. I don't think they're making no changes. Even though they did do a lot of amazing quality of life things, which is great, and I thank them for it. In equal measure, do more. Now that you know how good it is and important it is that you did it at all, then you have still work to do. You know the value and importance of doing that work, otherwise you wouldn't have done it already, right? Can't be like, oh, we're a company that doesn't make any changes ever. No, you are a company that makes changes because you know they're important. Okay, do it again because you're not done. I mean, there's no room to hide, you know? Because, you know. We know it's important. There's no illusion of it not being important. Also, I should probably do that. Because there are 6 people in the team. And then 1 spare for trading off or anything. The Undying Sigh. I sold that, right? What's the... And where's the verdant dress? I don't just make it. I definitely just made it, right? So gaslit. Where the hell is it? Did I? No, I definitely did. I didn't see this shit. Again, well, I don't know. How many people can even wear that thing, and is it even worth wearing? 2. Not 1, but 2. It's not worth wearing. Okay. At least not the one I made.
どれにしようかな。
どれにしようかな。
どこへ行くんだ。さあ、準備できたか。
さて、何を並べようかな。
I do whistle a lot.
売れますように何を並べようかな。売れますように何を並べようかな。
Because they don't want this, at least not yet. I thought by selling what I had sold, right, that it would allow me to then see this crop up, or this, as something that they'd also want. Didn't happen. I don't think they ever wanted this either. There are certain things they never seem to have wanted. There's an undying side. Did I not sell one already? White coat, verdant dress. Ah, the Hellfine Parfum. I forgot. Right. Oh shit. Let's go back over, because we have to do this stupid teleport every time we want to do these parts, even though they should be in the same place for game design instead of storytelling. I like immersion, I like storytelling, I like good gameplay more. Having to do this stupid back and forth because, oh, you're not in the Atelier, it's all the way over there, the story told you. So what? You know? Why am I having to do this stupid back and forth? Just let them be in the same place. I mean, you know, like, I understand why they did it that way. I don't agree with it. Man, I clearly skipped it. What was it? The Harfum Parfait, blah blah blah. Harfum Parfait, whatever the hell. I only made 1. Where is it? I wish it would be alphabetical order. As I've said many times. Blue, yellow. Where is blue, yellow? Anyone see a blue, yellow? Or is blue, yellow just not one of the permutations that actually exist? For some reason. It's forbidden to have anything blue, yellow. Why? Fuck this. Oh, there it is.
売れますように。何を並べようかな。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。
Dead. Lovely.
こんにちは。お店は順調。お買い得ですよ。売り上げが出てますよ。こんな感じ。妖精さんと仲良くなれてきたかも。こんにちは。お店は順調ですよ。さてお店はうまくいってるかな。
Not much, eh? Not much, B. All these things I think I can't do anything with, unless I find any new ingredients from stores.
みんな活気づいてきたね。
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
新しい商品が入ったぞ。これでいいか。ありがとうな。
Well, you said there was something new here, and I didn't find
また
it.
来てくれよ。どこへ行くんだ。
There is nothing.
どこに行きますか。アトリエに帰る。
いつ見ても不思議な場所だ。
さーて
Ba ba
何を作ろう。
ba 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 ba. Like there's supposed to be a. How am I supposed to get this? But a recipe of some kind, and I can't find. All this other grey shit that like it doesn't even tell me anything. It's presumably because I don't have the recipe for it, but unlike say that. What do you mean I don't have the recipe for it? Where am I supposed to get the recipe? They're not sold at any of the shops, are they? Well, I'm supposed to get a goddamn recipe. How come I can't see it? I really don't want to use this. I have so few of them. That's not what I wanted
ど
to
れ
do.
にしようかな。
How is it honey? I'm home. This is another one I need the right flicking catalyst for. So I don't currently have. So again, we need to go to a dungeon. We should go to. Oh, hello, ice cream.
材料が足りないみたいだね。
Because I need cheddar cheese for it, and I don't know how to get cheddar cheese. Presumably, cheddar cheese is something else. It's a product I need to be able to make. This is the vice cream. Right, the vice shorts, the squats cream. I did it again.
さー
Like
て
Britney
何を
Spears.
作ろう
Hello. What is that? Let me make that. What is that?
まずはこれを入れて
This is the most. What is it again? Dragon egg. Another one I'm gonna need thing, but I think I have dragon mats now, right? I have animal mats. Fuel and edibles. Okay, fuel and edibles. I think I have fuel. You can hear me tooting away. I have loads of fuel. Fuel.
こうすればいいんじゃない
こんなさいいんじゃない What is in your eye? I only have 2 of these.
うまくいってる
But fuck it. Rear flam.
私天才じゃない
天才じゃない 700 歳じゃない I'm trying to see if anything of that uses times 2 changes. But I don't see anything, so not mind.
よしこの調子でどんどん新しいものに挑戦しよ
Whatever.
うさーて何を作ろう
Nani Utsukara. Whatever that means. Yeah. I don't need to upgrade my weapons just yet. But the option is there. Here's this obnoxious shit. I hate that there's these shells here. I tried killing the fucking thing. The Felucia that was supposed to drop it and it didn't drop anything. Not that at least. Which is really annoying.
どこに行くの
Not
どれを増やすん増やしたいものを選んでくれよ
So where's the Rear Flan?
これを増やすんだなお仕事完了だぜ
どこへ行くんだ
Does this need Rear
よ
Flan?
ーし行くよさて
Rear Flan? Rear Flan at all? Rear Flan anywhere? Rear Flan? Rear Flan? Wait. First though.
こんにちは
Do you
お
need
店
that?
は順調ですよさてお店はうまくいってるかな
Not Rear Flan. God damn. Is that supposed to be Rhea suit because Rhea's the main character name? Probably right. God damn it.
どこへ行こうか
Shit.
どこ に行くの？
Killing these is really annoying. Now they're here. So that's nice. I don't know what this is. Everfrost behind. That would be helpful. Before we do that,
どこに行く？
say because these things are obnoxious and you can't.
どこに行く？
But this might get us the Everfrost Beehive. We can start making some more stuff of that. Also, we need to find the bat to fight that.
さっきの場所とは違
We also
う
should
場
fight
所
this
みたい
field
だね。
boss. Are the enemies going to want to fight us or not? What am I looking at?
I いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
うん、みんなで頑張ろう。私の出番だ。今がチャンス。体勢を崩せそうです。始めよう。私から行くよ。私も。いやー、崩した。そこだ。
力がみなぎってきた。
That's my green skill.
捉えた。断ち切る。行くぞ。はっ。
ここですかさず。そこだ。チャンス
Two
来
of
た。
them stunned.
見えたわ。あいつの弱点。
Now stunning.
私に任せなさい。
Okay.
攻めるぞ。正面突破だ。そこだ。捉
By
えた。
doing that to me now. How do I?
捉えた。断ち切る。行くぞ。はっ。追撃する。そこだ。
They're all stunned by that bastard.
よし、やるよ。
That's unfortunate.
始めるわよ。まずは私。まだまだ。ピアスの頼りがいが出てきたわね。
これも嫌え。この ったなロゼ。しまった。調子が悪いみたいな。
あと少しで体勢を崩せそうです。
この一撃でそこだ。
私の番ね。攻めるよ。燃えちゃいなさい。
よそ見をするなよ。いや、そこだ。捕らえた。切り払う。いくぞ。はっ、せや。
これも受け取りなさい。
てか攻めるぞ。この一撃でそこだ。
スレイさん、
続けていくぞ。
助かりました。
ここだ。
ここは連携といきましょう。あと少しで体勢を崩せそうです。よし、頑張ろう。私から。
Nice. The heel goes off first, even though she's second in the queue.
まだまだ。
Because if she didn't, the heel would
私
go
の魔
off.
法があれば。
But now that she did, yay! We have the heel just full of him. So that's helpful. Very helpful that that's how that works.
珍しい素
There are a lot of
材
games
です
where
ね。
that would not work.
妖精がいるじゃない。
You may as well try and hit this one.
さっさと片付けるぞ。ああ、俺たちが力を合わせれば勝てるさ。
どんどん攻めよう。ねえ、あいつそろそろ限界なんじゃない？今がチャンス。
Ima, chance.
始めよう。私から行くよ。私も。てやー。チャンス来た。
さて、やるか。仕留める。
すっごいのお見舞いだよ。そこだ。
よし、攻めるぞ。せい。これも嫌え。こ力が皆仕留める。
Bam, bam. Get the AP, that's nice.
よそ見をするなよ。たそこだ。
GG! Yay!
よし。ま、
Bam.
貴重な素材だね。
Difficult hide is nice, even though we already have some. What?
こんにちは。
How much
ど
man?
うしようかな。これでいい？俺っちからのプレゼントだ。
That carefully ever.
任せとけ。
Oh my god. That's not what I wanted. I have to. I can't.
今はやめ
That's
とこ。
nice. It's one of these guys again, but screen. I already got the green one. Right? I don't think I need you. Scroll down.
あれは強そうだぞ。気合い入れて挑もう。
Ghost.
誰が相手だろうと勝つだけだ。頼もしいな。けど無理はしないでくれよ。
どんどん攻めよう。弱点見つけました。私に任せてください。始めるわよ。私から行くよ。まだまだ。てや
数で攻めるか。
It's scary como. It's a scary como. What?
俺に続け。守りは任せてくれ。攻めるぞ。この一撃で。
どっちが上か教えてあげ攻めるよ。よし。やあ飛んでけ。どうよ。
Daya.
よそ見をするなよ。
Nice one, Daya.
いや、そこだ。
攻めよ。よし。決めた。力を込めて思いっきり。いいまとみっけ。
落ち着いていこう。攻めるぞ。正面突破だ。そこだ。
すごく痛いよ。そこだ。今なら何だってできそうね。よし。攻めるよ。燃えちゃいなさい。
ここで仕留める。いや、そこだ。
慎重に行こう。10点見つけました。私に任せてください。
And him going fast is real shitty.
今のチャンス。
Big butt.
始めよう。私から行くよ。私も。てやー。どっちが上か一気に行くわ。
Really? Really? I hate how easy it is for everything to fall. So I hate it.
頑張ろう。私から。よし頑張ろう。
Scammer!
まだまだ。こんなすっごいのお見舞いだよ。そこだ。
Yeah, I just can't
ここは私が。
block.
緊張してきた。あと少しで守りを破れそうだよ。行くよ。ここで決めちゃおう。あ、やっちゃおう。息を合わせて。そうね。続くね。
Fucking Mario Party bullshit.
逃げたりしないよ。よし。ここは思いっきり。食らっちゃえ。はい、おまけ。慎重に行こう。決めた。やあ、そこだ。すっごいのお見舞いだよ。そ なんとかなった。
Yay, still gets experience.
もっともっと成長するよ。魔法使いに限界はないんだから。まだまだ私の成長は止まらないよ。
少し強くなれたみたいだ。
今の魔物がこの辺りで一番強かったみたいですね。
Didn't get anything really from that I didn't care about. Frost spackle? I really don't want to go up against that bullshit. Turtle on big fucking... It's a very sort of like Atelier Odyssey type vibe too. That's all. The music, especially like Misty Ravine and such. Atelier Odyssey 4, the second dungeon, the side dungeon and such. Which is another series I really like.
ここもしっかり探索しないとですね。ザクザク。
これはなかなか珍しいな。行くぞ。は
何が出るかな。
これは強い
Yeah, we'll take this.
いつも通りにやれば大
I'm
丈
not
夫。
sure I've defeated
あまり肩の力を入れすぎるなよ。
どんどん攻めよう。100点見て。
Oh, look, he's fully
私
healed.
にやらせて。よーし。
Because I went up before. I'm not entirely sure. Is that because he leveled up? 'Again, it looks like as soon as you start spinning, you need to press the button, and then it isn't. Ah, fuck me. It's this nonsense. Every single tile is now.
調子が悪いみたいだ。
あと少しで体勢を崩
Every
せ
single
そうで
grab
す。
and
正面突破だ。そこだ。
決めた。
Imago Jones. Damn you. You're weak to magic and ice. And all things nice. You're weak to magic and ice.
今がチャンス。
Roll my ice.
よし、頑張ろう。私から行くよ。息を合わせて。そうね。ソフィーがいると心強いわね。ちゃんと
隙だらけだ。さあ、ふっ、そこだ。攻め時だ。調子が出ないな。仕留める。断ち切る。行くぞ。はっ、いや
私だってできるもん。
That's a lot of damage.
攻めるぞ。正面突破だ。はあ、俺の力をくれてやる。この
21 damage.
頭ここで決めちゃう。
He'll spin. Should I AoE out that?
始めるわよ。私から。よし、頑張ろう。まだまだ。ビルベルさん、頼りになりますね。
さあ、そこだ。手数で攻めるか。
始めよう。
俺に続け。行くぞ。はっ、いや
It's just more beautiful than any other series. The art style to me is more beautiful than any other series. I got gas. You damn right I did. The music is more beautiful than any other series.
大事に持って帰ろう。
You know, like it's night and day in between something like this. And what springs to mind is Rune Factory, for instance. But for me, night and day, absolutely night and day. Like the art style is 100 times better, and the music is 100 times better.
こんにちは。どうしようか
For
な。
me,
これでいい？
I know it's all personal preference. That's my personal preference.
今はやめとこ。
So I can never really like something like that where it's just like, man, this is what is this? You know? By comparison, for me. I don't know everyone's gonna agree with that. Like, yeah. Worlds apart. Because that's like, you know, another ish kind of farming, more farming really than Atelier is. Kind of whatnot. Oh, this is a boss.
誰が相手だろうと勝つだけだ。頼もしいな。無理はしないでくれよ。
どんどん攻めよう。100点見っけ。
Of course, these things don't care about dark attacks, but whatever.
始めるわよ。私から行くよ。まだまだ。いや
負けて黙れ。手数で攻めるか。
私にやらせて。
任せろ。
Because I wanted to hit the red
世
thing.
話が焼けるな。ありがとう。
So we're just going to regular heal there.
攻めるぞ。攻めるぞ。さあ、俺の力をくれてやる。ここ。
強そうね。攻めるよ。
We need to make this thing a little bit slower, I think.
よーく切れるよ。
ここで仕
That's
留め
a
る。
lot of damage.
さあ、
She is my
や
hero.
そこだ。
Again, I pressed the button too early because it never makes any sense when I'm supposed to press
一気
that
に行こ
button.
う。
私から。続きます。
But what's beautiful about this is she doesn't get retreated into the boss. She doesn't get put into the one. So he gets his taunt to work, and then after I deal with this, I don't even know. I can switch her, actually switch her. I can use her again, and this time we can shim dive. She's the healing already. Now she will come in.
私が一番。
But we get to do this twice with her. She's the only one that can do that. Well, anyone, as long as you use a heal, not a direct attack. But she's got her own heals because she's basically the thing.
ここで仕留める。そこだ。
And even though that may not have done any damage, it did heal our weaknesses. That's what I like about that.
仕留める。切り払う。行くぞ。はっ。いや。
これもおまけです。
That's why I choose Jim Dive.
慎重に動かないとな。
100点見っけ。私にやらせて。
この一撃で。そこだ。慎重に行くか。仕留める。断ち切る。行くぞ。はっ。いや。隙だらけだ。たっ。ふっ。そこだ。
慎重にここで決めちゃおう。
Let's see, now we can steal the AP move and give it to Wilbal, who could do with it when she's up at 30. And we can heal Sphere here.
始めるわよ。私から。よし、頑張ろう。
確かに。
まだまだ。
これも嫌え。この。
Again, because I hate Paper Mario bullshit.
私なら弱点をつけるかも。
攻めるぞ。この一撃で。
eh.
道具が役に立つかも。これでどうかな。
She's got.
捕らえた。切り
And
払う。
again, this thing gets hit by boss fight.
行くぞ。はっ。いや。追撃する。
Well, to be fair, it is insane.
そこだ。
These are crits because they're big numbers. I don't know. Do you have enough? Maybe.
よーく切れるよ。
She does a lot. She is my DPS. Damn right she is.
私の魔法
Alright. 1200. GG.
戦った
Wilbal is pretty awesome. She's one of the strongest party members. Like, the girls are the strongest party members.
いい調子だよ。
And probably Toddery is number 1, and Wilbel might be number 2.
今
And
の
then
が
Ria's probably
この
number
辺り
3.
で一番強かったみたいです
But they're all close. They're way stronger than the guys.
やった。
I love this like magical kind of like sound music. It's really cool. And that's why I say this track in particular, this kind of music is very Atelier, honestly. More so than the other stuff.
役立ちそうだな。これってどんな。
やった、すっごい珍しいもの見つけた。
Very, very reminiscent of Atelier, honestly. So like ominous kind of stuff. Nice and atmospheric. My ears annoying me. Especially that kind of end with like that single note. There's if you listen to again Atelier C4, the third dungeon, the Boiling Lizard, the dungeon music in that ends in a very similar sort of kind of like fade out. It's really nice and like mysterious and insidious and a little bit like what's it called, ominous, right? But it's nice and sort of magical. I love that song. Especially here. It really fits. Like the suspense. Like, it's not really the music I would listen to on like MP3 player or anything, compared to say some other OSTs like say Neon White. But for like actual playing games, it's very nice. Really fits the mood. Another boss encounter.
あれは強そうだぞ。
Every other
気合い入れて挑もう。
I already fought you
あ
guys.
そこに妖精さんがいるね。
Literally just fought you.
何が入ってるんだ。
これを使えばもっと強く
I
な
don't know
り
if
そう
I'm
です
going to be asked to fight again.
おいっす。
どうするかな。
Nice nature desu.
これでいいか。
大きく
I
な
don't know if I care for any
れ。
of
大
that.
きくなれ。任せとき。
いや、やめておこう。
Trying to find that wood again. I'm trying to show what that's for. That's the new thing I found in this dungeon, which will help. Every new thing helps. Get us closer to trying to figure out what we need. I find this thing.
正々堂々勝負だ。
私たちは
I
逃
did.
げも隠れもしないよ。
Can I
どん
run
どん
from this
攻めよ
guy?
う。 弱点見つけました。私に任せてください。
ここは逃げようみんな
Nice. I like that even though it's basically an on-field boss. That I can run from them because I've already fought it. Because I do want to fight these bosses, but I don't want to keep fighting these bosses. I want to fight them once, get them on the list. Be like, alright. That's why I didn't fight the ghost either.
これはなかなか珍しいな
See, that one looked like the thing that drops the wood, but it didn't. It's different. So I'm a bit confused as to what drops the wood and what doesn't. Dumb. Two.
珍しいもの見つけちゃったわ。
Yeah. Please don't get trapped. Well, these catch us. Again, this is another coveted stat, so we've already fought that. I'm not interested in fighting it again. This room is pretty big. And again, you know, it's all personal preference.
今はやめとこ。
It's just, like, that's why I could never really get into certain games. It's just like, why would I play that when I can just play this? But again, doesn't mean everybody else is. But like, if you want to know about personal preference,
ここには何があるのかな。
because it's interesting to know what people think. Yeah. Okay. But then again, I do regard this to be my favorite art style of all games that I've played. So it's gonna be very hard to beat that. by definition, my favorite.
他のやつよりも強そうだね。覚悟して挑もう。
What? Well, I'm looking at I saw like a boss on the map. I'm like, where is it? I don't need to pick up things I already have, yeah? Considering I don't really want to go through all that inventory management again. That's one thing I don't understand, is like, they should have been able to give us the ability to purchase, not necessarily off the cuff, inventory upgrades on the field.
妖精がいるじゃない。
And maybe they exist and I don't know about them, but then they're too obscure. They should make it less obscure.
こんにちは。どうしようかな。
Battle drops up? I guess. Item use recovery? That might be more useful. Yeah, because I did use it earlier.
これでいい？はい。どうぞ。
I prefer that.
一生 懸命やりますよ。今はやめとこ。
この場所にはどんな
Oh my god. Every floor. But is it going to be a new thing, or is it going to be the same old thing that I'm just going to dodge? There's another annoying ass fly. This fly will not leave me alone. It's crazy. Oh my god, I thought I was talking to Fag, but I wasn't.
ボイスどうしようかな。
So here we go. Cool.
これでいい？
None of these appeal to me. I don't care about that.
いつでも絶好調だよ。今はやめとこ。
I mean, nobody should ever take that kind of thing to heart. One should expect different preferences. No two people are the same. I'm just trying to explain my side of it. Not that it's correct, not that it's the only way to think, not that, whatever. Although I personally, obviously think it's correct, because that's how I feel. But like,
みんなで力を合わせて
I'm not demanding that everybody else thinks the same way.
妖精さんですね。どうしようかな。これでいい？
And certainly this particular instance, this particular game, leaves a lot to be desired.
今はやめとこ。
Compared to like Atelier usually. It's way less good. It's still Atelier. Still have enjoyed it overall. But yeah. Like I say, Rise is my favorite, for sure. And I didn't even like Rise the character that much. Although she definitely grew on me as I went through the series, because I think she became a better character. A nicer character. She was so fucking rude to Lent and Tao in the first game. It's kind of ridiculous. And a lot of the viewers are kind of egging her on. Right? They were kind of happy with laughing at Tao.
頑張っていこう。
Well, I certainly didn't want to fight.
俺たちが力を合わせれば勝てるさ。
どんどん攻めよう。あと少しで体勢を崩せそうです。よっと。
引き際も肝心だな。
I certainly did not intend to fight. Well, we've hit the end of the dungeon, and I didn't get my Everfreeze beehive. For whatever reason. This thing looks a lot like the first boss you have to fight in OG Gacha. I don't know if it's the same thing. It also has 17,000 freaking health. It's got weakness to fire and ice. And it's only resisting electric, so it should be fine. It's got a lot of health. That is annoying.
力がみなぎってきた。捕らえた。切り
Shouldn't
離
be
れ。
too bad.
いくぞ。はっ。せや。
It's not very much damage.
よし
That is a lot of damage, I
弱
must
点をつけ
say.
そうだ。俺に任せてくれ。
よし熱いのいくよそこだ落ち着いていけば大丈夫今がチャンス頑張ろう私から行きます続きます
助かる。
続くね
相手になってやる。
Possible I should be swapping him out for electric
手数で攻めるか。
so that I can do this. He's resisted electric, so maybe that's not such a good idea.
仕留める。捕らえた。切り払う。行くぞ。はっ。せや。しまった。
Jesus Christ.
強そうね
弱点をつけそうだ。俺に任せてくれ。
一気に行くわ始めよう私が一番私も
Itchy bum. Itchy bum.
負けた。たまるか。任せろ。これを使う。ありがとう。
ここですかさずそこだ見えたわあいつの弱点私に任せなさい
Ugh.
今がチャンスよし頑張ろう私からよし頑張ろう
助かる。
続くねへやーどこだ逃げたりしないよ
弱点をつけそうだ。俺に任せてくれ。
突撃よしここは思いっきりいっちゃえどんどん攻めようよ
Maybe
し
this is
決めたもう怒ったんだからいやーこれはなんだそこだ
調子が出ないな。手数で攻めるか。
始めるわよ
俺に続け。
まだまだ
行くぞ。はっ。せや。
そこだすごく痛いよそこだ大丈夫思いっきり戦えるよ弱点見つけました私に任せてくださいよし行くよ今が使い時
弱点を
We
つけ
won't
そう
play
だ
like that.
俺に任せてくれ
I gotta swap out. Also removes target's artifact.
私が一番
Our best character, but our best damage dealer. Again, that was too early? Oh my god.
弱点をつけそうだ俺に任せてくれ
よーし力をためて思いっきり思いっきり戦えるよよーしやるよ
I need to do that.
突撃よーし飛んでそこだすごく痛いよそこだ前に出ますチムちゃん行くよせー
Chimichanga. Excuse me, you're supposed to go back. What the fuck? Oh, and again? Why? Now we're dead. Oh, she's alive.
見えたわあいつの弱点
I think there is something about that. And if you can, you know,
任せといてもう
defend properly, you can avoid death.
大丈夫だよ
Prophet God avoid death.
慎重に
Which was huge there because it just went twice in the fucking row for no reason.
ここで決めちゃう 私から逃げたりしないよ突撃 せーのいけそこだ逃がさないからそこだはいおまけよーし大暴れしちゃおうよーし燃えちゃいなさいすっごいのお見舞いだよそこだどっちが上か教えてあげる
弱点をつけそうだ俺に任せてくれ
燃えちゃいなさい
It's really dead though.
そこだ
They just can't do enough to us.
慎重に行こ
They can't put us in a situation where we're catching
う
up.
よーし
We're always able to stay ahead.
もう怒ったんだから逃がさないからねどこだし
Like it could have had that one turn. That would have been a
俺に
problem.
任せてくれ
Nope.
せーの一気に行くわ
No, 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 no.
頑張ろう私から
Jesus, the heal sphere.
頑張ろう
ありがとう
まだまだ
And now this breaks them. Not quite.
見切ったよ今のはすごいことができそう
もうすぐ守りを崩せそうだ
So sad.
決めた力をためて思いっきりよーし大暴れしちゃうよーし熱いのいくよ
It just
こんな逃がさないから
Pretty good.
まだまだ私の成長は止まらないよ。
Even though it's a relatively lesser
強
good
く
game
なれたみたい。
than Atelier, but I mean, you're talking about a really high bar and a game that's lesser than that really high bar. What are these heroes,
し
man?
まったね。
少し強くなれたみたいだ。
That's more like a level, at least.
これ強い力を感じる。
Hey, B shell, nice. Oh, and another 3 B shell. That's really helpful. Because now I'm much more comfortable with doing the recipe that requires the B shell.
お宝。
Oh, takara.
面白いものを拾ったわね。
Azure Frost Pearl. Good thing that that
アト
I
リエに行くのかな。
did that when I did, right? Instead of the other days where I did it too late and then end up being waiting fucking 4 hours. Although I also didn't bother to get other materials because I'm only looking for
どれ
new
にしよう
stuff,
かな。
really. And the amount of new stuff as well as. So what it means is, even though again I'm not sure if we did the catalysts. I don't know if that was a great place for catalysts. The other peculiar dungeon was much better for catalysts. I forget which one it was exactly, but the one I did either yesterday or the day before. It's like a red place. Much better for catalysts. We could get catalysts left and right. Every other enemy was dropping them, whereas in this one, very little. But we did get some nice stuff. I'm not entirely sure which recipes we can do now. I don't think we have this still. We need a medicinal catalyst. And we didn't get like the other freeze beehive or anything like that, which is really weird. I don't know why we didn't. Because it was advertised that there were some items that we could get. I have maximum tool levels, tool ranks, so anything that we can get, we should be able to get. But it wasn't there to get at all. Like I tried looking at the various sources of materials and I didn't find anything else new. There was no other question marks. It's marbled meat. And fucking other stuff is so annoying. Hopefully like one of the shops will drop it or something. Your turn. I don't know. I'm not finding much. Yeah, that. Now we got 3 beast shell of that boss.
これは外せないよね。
Do we want to do that? 3 beast shell. But don't worry, today we will do Digimon, which will be mostly grinding. Which is annoying. Because, you know, kind of stuck on that. Ah, I want to know about this. It is an animal man. So I should be able to find it. Where is it? What was the first series to introduce S as a top tier? Was it Sonic? Yeah, so many games do that now. Which I don't really get. I guess for Super? If it's Super, does it mean Super Mario? I'm not entirely sure what was the first game. Oh, see, look, you have a nice bunch of coconuts. A lovely bunch of coconuts, diddly dee dee. There they are, standing in a row.
いいじゃない。うまくいってる。
Assault Bangle. Which unfortunately is not one of the things that I think I care about. You automatically win the battle if you're over 10 levels higher than you.
うまくいきますよ。すっごくうまくいったね。この調子でどんどん新しいものに挑戦しよう。
Only one person needs to carry that, right? Exploration Assault Swing. So basically, Ghosts were like, oh, I see a Persona 5. What was it called? Mementos or whatever the heck? I want to put that in my game too. Press X with the Assault Bangle equipped to launch an Assault Swing. If monsters are set number levels below you, you will defeat them instantly and gain XP and greens. If a blue mark appears above a monster, that's your chance to use Assault Swing. Hit a monster with a yellow mark or red mark. An Assault Swing will function like the normal swing, launching you into battle. Is it supposed to show one monster with blue and one monster with yellow or red? Because I don't see that. Not that I particularly use it. Yeah. So unfortunately, I don't think we got very many catalysts, and we can't really do any more. But we did go through that dungeon at least. I forget what we got that was near. Some wood, wasn't it? And I don't think that's particularly relevant to anything I found. I didn't find the snowflake crystal. But we're gonna have to leave that kind of shit for next time. Because imminently, with 3 hours on the clock, I will be switching over. Obviously, I'll take a break. I'll take care of my eyes. Yada yada yada. The usual. And we'll be reconvene with Digimon. Where I'll be mostly grinding. This is not exactly my most enjoyed part of video games, but hey.
まずはこれを入れて。
I mean, we've been having to grind in this game. So, yeah. What was it again? 400 gases. This is one. Yeah, but if I have yes, I guess. So we can do this way.
こうすればいいんじゃない？これにしようかな。
And we can break here.
いいんじゃない？
Tanning fluid, that is useful.
ひらめいちゃった。
That is something that my shop wants to sell.
よし、調合想像以上。この調子でどんどん新しいものに挑戦しよう。
Shut up.
どれにしようかな。
Purifying liquid? Do I have this? I think I do. Maiden's jacket. Crown of Vargan. And mechanic cheese, just a mechanic cheese. I.
まずはこれを入れて。
What is it again? How we do it now?
どれを増やすんだ。増やしたいものを選んでくれよ。これを増やすんだな。
Excuse me.
よっしゃ。じゃあ始めるぜ。
What was the other thing that we made? Forgotten already. It was for gases, it was a liquefier. I wanna see. Just give me access to anything.
どうしようか。こんにちは。お店は順調ですよ。お店はうまくいってるかな。
Does supposedly give me something from the iron. So let's try and see what that is.
何を並べようかな。
I would be interested to know. I already sell the red dress? Looks like I did because I only have 3 left after that. 4 total. I see.
何を並べようかな。 売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。 売 ますように。何を並べようかな。
Sell normal stuff from here.
売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますよ。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。
Yeah, I don't have anything to say. I think I had my rant for like the first hour and a half.
こんにちは。お店は順調ですよ。これでどうでしょう。売り上げが出てますよ。妖精さんと仲良くなれてきたかも。
Alright.
どこに行く？
Well, we're gonna have to save what comes next time on Dragon Ball Atelier. Resleriana Z. I'm gonna take my break and we'll be back with some Digimon grinding.
See you in a bit.